Hi, welcome to another episode of That's the Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 60, and it is Thursday, March the 14th.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Drew.
Nolan will be here. Do you know that
Oh,
today is the start of the League of Legends North America LCS playoffs?
so they put out a trailer for Akuma,
Yeah, I watched
just
that trailer. It was cool.
just the like brief cinematic one to be like, oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
CG
he's
trailer.
still Goki.
I liked it when he punched the head off the Buddha. I think it's cool. It's
Uh-huh.
thematic. He's like,
Um, I saw arguments to be made that the trailer would have been more hyped if it would have just been Akuma walking into his house with a Hawaiian shirt on and a suitcase covered in Tekken stickers.
oh, that would be cool. It could also been like if that was like Heihachi, like a Buddha that kind of looked like Heihachi, and he was like
Yeah.
Shoryukening it. Although I kind of like it that it looked to me, it looked like Oni, and he
Well,
was like beating it.
was it actually a Buddha or was it a,
It was like an
I don't
ogre.
know. Yeah, like that's why I don't know that was it. I don't think it was actually a Buddha statue. I think it
It's
was
just that kind of
something
that
else.
it was like in the style of the kind of the Buddha statues,
Uh-huh.
but it was an ogre, and it's the kind of thing like, yo, he gotta punch that ogre. He punch it good.
He's the Oni now.
Yeah, we're talking about
Hey, we're talking about
Akuma's
Akuma.
uppercut. How'd you think about it?
Talking about little Goki.
Really cool.
Yeah,
I love. There's one specific part I love where he's like punching and you feel it's the impact of it, but he's just doing it slow because that's how powerful he
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Well, I thought the whole video was just in slow motion. That's what I couldn't tell if it was just supposed to be like, oh no, it's in slow motion.
No,
Or
it's
is
like
he
that
actually
Netero thing where
doing
he's
it slow?
going so fast that it
That's-
seems
that's-
like it's in slow motion.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
going
It's,
fast, slow.
it's
Such
I
fluid
almost
motion.
died today.
What?
Uh-oh.
I almost died today.
Oh, really? Tell us
Yeah.
about it.
No, I'm talking about.
Old dirty. An old dirty
Yeah,
bastard
yeah.
saw Miriam.
Yeah. It's like, yep. Time compressed for me today, son. What are you talking about? Shut up, man.
You don't know what you talk about. Like, oh, that's what it feels like. It's wild.
Yeah, that doesn't happen too often.
Nope. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, now that we're okay, yeah,
I was gonna say one. I'm still upset that like they changed Akuma's name, if you don't know, to from Goki when he got brought over,
yeah.
but then they didn't change Gokin's name, and I feel like they should have changed his name to Sho, because then you would have had Sho, Ryu, and Kin all three.
Oh, that's good.
And Sho also means like heavenly, and it's a nice reflection to
Oh,
Akuma
that's
being
really
devil.
good.
And I'm still mad. I'm
That's
still mad.
that's very strong. I think okay, we're all here. We need
Well, should they also? So, Drew, if they do that, should they also change the Big Three's name for Shadowloo?
no.
Oh,
You-
I don't think they need to, because they
No.
already swapped all three, so now it's permanent.
Yeah.
But unless you mean should they change their names to Claw, Dictator, and Boxer, then yes.
Yes.
That should just be their permanent names.
I'm okay with that. It's like
I feel like
constantly-
Ed would call him Boxer all the time.
Oh, that'd be cute.
never
That's
called
like
him
a
Balrog.
cute way to do it.
No, he'd call him Dad.
Yeah, he would call him Dad.
him Dad.
No, he'd call him Pops.
Yeah.
Because Pops
Or
is like
Gramps.
the boxing, like the way of like you talk to your coach.
Oh, man.
You call him Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want fan art of Ed, Aki, Cammy, and I guess Adon. I need the apprentices.
I would like fan art of
Yes.
all the people that M. Bison has made that he wants to put his mind into. You have like Cammy, Ed.
You got all the Cammies.
You have all the kid like the monkey, the dolphin.
Even Rose.
Yeah, Rose, like everything that they,
Yeah.
God, I forgot his
Yeah.
name because I
Does
blanked.
Jin from Tekken count? Did he want to possess Jin too?
Probably,
You know what? He probably did.
He's like,
probably.
oh, you're like another Ryu. This'll work.
I had an old man moment. Who's the guy? Who's the boss of Street Fighter 6 with the cane and the stand?
Oh, JP.
Thank you. JP Stick should be in the art, not him. Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta pay our tributes to the man, the myth, the legend, Akira Toriyama.
Oh,
Rest and power. The king.
the goat.
The king.
Greatest of all time.
Your average manga creator dies 20 years earlier than your average Japanese man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he lasted like it's part of a joke, but it's always
He lasted long enough to change the world.
yeah. Also, he had like a family.
Yep.
It's wild. He started Dragon Ball roughly when when he was my age, that kind of deal.
It's wild to me that he started Dragon Ball after already being wildly successful.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. Everyone loved Dr. Slump. I have not read Dr. Slump.
Oh man, I haven't either. I've only seen the Dragon Ball episode.
Yeah.
But I love the last page of Dr. Slump is like, I've drawn a lot of Arales over the years, but this is the last one. And then down at the bottom is like, Dragon Ball starts next week. Please read it. And it's just like, oh no.
Oh man.
You don't even know.
You have no idea.
He's essentially created the thing that awakened the nerd in everybody.
I think he's created what I would dare say, upon reflection, is the perfect children's media thing from ages 8 to like 16. In terms, because
how many kids? Yeah. How many kids have just tried to go Super Saiyan or did a Kamehameha?
I did it.
That you've seen.
No, I did it.
I did it.
God, I watched Gumball try to do it.
Everyone tried to do it. Everyone tried to follow Gohan's advice and make a ki blast.
He's, oh my god, just like
I'm telling you,
top 5 most influential creators of all time.
Dude is wild, and I think part of it is like the brilliance of how Dragon Ball starts silly and gradually kind of as the character ages up, it gets more serious, but not more complicated.
I don't even know that, because like, look, the Red Ribbon Army happens.
But that, no, what I'm saying,
early.
I mean like all of, not like Dragon Ball's all goofy, but I mean like there's a difference between like Goku, like Bulma and Pilaf, like silliness, and then as the story goes on, it does get more serious, like King Piccolo and stuff. I'm saying
and Piccolo Jr.
Yeah. Like
I'm just saying there's seriousness to, like, I think the Pilaf is like the goofiest it is, and then it immediately starts getting more serious.
But I'm just trying to say that like the story ages as it goes on, and then the characters age as they go on, and I think that's cool.
That's fine. I don't think I necessarily agree with it, but it is very nice that like characters do actually get to grow.
Oh yeah, and the whole thing is about growth, basically.
That's why Piccolo's the best character.
I would say Vegeta is the best character.
I think Piccolo's the best character.
I think Vegeta is the best character.
Vegeta is the second best character, but Piccolo's the best.
Piccolo Jr. is the best character.
I disagree. I think Piccolo...
Oh, that's the problem. Kevin thought we were talking about King Piccolo and not Piccolo Jr.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no.
Yeah, that's
Piccolo 2 is the second best character. I'll give you that.
I'm sorry, what's Vegeta's arc?
Oh, Vegeta's arc is so good. Mean. No, it's Vegeta.
He does grow from being like a world-ending monster to I got a rich wife and a kid, so
No, you
I guess I'll just train.
Vegeta.
But even then, he's not a world-ending monster. He works for a world-ending
Yeah,
monster.
and the Vegeta. What makes Vegeta cool is he's the direct. Whereas as Vegeta grows and turns into like a family man, kinda, he's still an asshole, but he loses his thing where Goku is still just like Goku is basically the same guy from like a child to like current. I mean, he's mature, but he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go fight and have an adventure. Where Vegeta's like, no, I gotta like raise my children and like have like an adult.
But no, he doesn't.
We're also forgetting Goku is also he supposedly he is suffering from a concussion.
Yeah.
So that's not his real personality.
No, that's a retcon. I think Goku would be the exact same. He just would be like evil.
Kevin, I'm sorry, but it's not a retcon. Oolong called it in the end of season 1, where it's like, wait, like maybe he's an alien.
Did he say that?
Yeah, that's what they say after he turns into a giant monkey, and then like when he changes back, and everyone's like, "Oh, what is wrong?" And it's like Oolong's like, maybe he's an alien.
Everyone's like, "Shut up! It must be magic."
And then Toriyama actually forgot that he wrote that.
Oh, of course he did.
Later was like,
of course he did. Toriyama just goes by the seat of his pants.
He's like, what if there's a race of evil Gokus?
Yeah.
I don't like that Vegeta kept calling himself the Prince of all Saiyans when there's like 5 of you guys left.
Oh, I love it. I love it because Vegeta is he's so arrogant.
he's so
good.
He's never won a fight.
Listen, Nolan, that's literally all Vegeta has. Okay, you can't take that away.
You can't. He's so pathetic. That's why I love Vegeta. Like, because he's
also
first of all, his wife is the richest person on the planet.
Yeah, he is.
He's got it.
He's more
he doesn't have to do anything.
No.
He's way more successful than Goku.
Yeah.
But like, it's still eat to him.
Goku is better. Goku still has to find work to support his family.
He's like a farmer now, and he has to keep winning tournaments to get money.
Well, except in Super, where Mr. Satan just gives him money. But then Bulma spent Chi-Chi spent all that money though. It's like a joke.
Hold on, I gotta find something.
No,
I saw
also, Vegeta did just beat Goku during the Bio Cell.
Oh man, he is really rubbing that in, and I love it. I love how petty he is about that.
Yeah,
he's like, did it. Well, looks like I beat you, and Goku's like, okay, I guess so.
Yep. It's like, wow, yeah, I guess that's one time, Vegeta.
You did it.
Goku's like, yeah, man, I'm proud of you. It's like, you son of a bitch.
Like, yeah, I guess you're the second strongest Saiyan after Broly now.
Man, Broly. But yeah, like, it's just... Also, it can't be understated that Dragon Ball, in terms of both manga and anime... Yeah, that image where he's trying to eat the spicy wings.
Oh, yeah.
Of his character.
Where I would say... Like the mind-blowing that people, it's hard to express when you're going from watching cartoons and then seeing a Dragon Ball or a Dragon Ball Z fight.
Oh my!
Is like mind-blowing. Because I mean,
you're watching. Well, sorry, we'd be watching at the time. We'd be watching like Dexter's Lab, Cow and Chicken.
I would say in terms of like
something
action.
Like that.
In terms of action cartoons, you were getting like 90s X-Men, like Batman the Animated Series, which like I like Batman the Animated Series, but I'm not saying like, yo, that fight scene in Batman the Animated Series was sick.
Was the best.
No, like it's not.
It's
not the point.
Well, look, hold on a second. The fight he has with the other ninja goes pretty hard. But yeah, I see what you mean.
But yeah, and
that's
then
like one.
But also, that's one out of countless.
Yeah, and
like,
it's
honestly your best fights are going back to like Popeye and watching Popeye fights.
Yeah, and like
because
or
that's
like
actually what Dragon Ball is.
and much less like Transformers or whatever, or GI Joe, where it's like there's no
Maybe like
limited.
Thundercats.
yeah,
Yeah.
Thundercats did not have good fights.
And you cut to Dragon Ball Z, and they're like teleporting around and shooting energy blasts.
There's
that, like, destroy the area.
choreography.
Mhm.
The
Seeing
characters
the attacks happen so fast.
the characters
Oh my
are
gosh.
punching each other. You're not having 90s Spider-Man where he couldn't punch anyone, so he's either using webs or like throwing people.
Yep. Oh man, you're punching people and seeing the fist impression coming out their back.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's so good. It's so good. And also the hype moments of Dragon Ball, I would say, I mean, I'm going to say Z for me because like that's like when I was just first exposed to Z. I'm getting there. That's what came out first. Yeah. Even though Dragon Ball does have incredibly hype moments. I'm not going to say it doesn't because it really does. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens in Dragon Ball. But like in Z, when you're just like all the stuff that happens and it's incredible. It's they kill Goku like the first as he's like gets Raditz and he gets him in the like full Nelson and Piccolo just blows him up, just kills him.
Like
So,
10 episodes in, they're like, oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
We killed the main character.
I love that.
That to me is actually one of the worst things in actuality, where like if we had been allowed to watch Dragon Ball first and grown and seen Goku like grow up and then him to get murdered, I think would have been way more impactful. Be like, holy crap,
I agree.
They killed Goku.
Because to me, like the big moments of Z from watching just as a Dragon Ball Zoomer, I would say, when I was
that's the term.
Literally a Dragon Ball Zoomer, is Super Saiyan. I think Super Saiyan is huge, and Trunks killing Frieza, which is still one of the coolest things that has ever happened.
I just don't think that's a big moment. Like, I think he does really cool, flashy stuff, but to me, it's just that is not a big moment.
No, like it's burned into my mind, but I don't think.
That's why it's a big moment. It's so cool. It's so cool that like all of this problem with Frieza was such a big deal, and Trunks murks him in one episode, and then you see that thing from Dragon Ball Superhero where it was like 3 seconds.
Like, to me, it's like Yamcha getting stabbed through the chest by the androids, because it's just so hard. Like it's I don't know. It's way harder than any of the previous stuff.
Yeah, them just wasting the city.
There's a lot of cool stuff. Also, Super Saiyan 2 is really dope. I wanted to talk about my favorite shot of all of Dragon Ball Z, which is after Gohan has turned into the Super Saiyan 2, and he's just glaring as his tears are going up. It gives me chills thinking about it, because he's so pissed, but he's still like crying. He's still sad, but man. Oh, it's so good. It's such a moment.
That in my mind is like the greatest moment. It's
also
so
just
powerful.
Android 16's death.
Oh yeah, because he gives you that speech.
Like, God, everything surrounding that moment is so good. It leads to stupid nerds not understanding that, like, no, this is the story of like Gohan surpassing his dad.
Yeah,
he's reached his breaking point.
Yeah. Like, it's the story of Gohan is not his father. He is a different person, and he has now surpassed his father.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, but if Goku would have had better trainers, he would have been that good, too, at that age. It's like, no, that's the entire point, is he would not have.
Also, Goku had, like, the best trainer. Yo, Master Roshi's, like, he's really good.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
King Kai. The best in the north of the galaxy.
I think Roshi is
Vegeta
better.
is not the second best character. Thank you, Kevin. Master Roshi is the second best character.
I like Master Roshi, but I can't give him that.
Man, what a dirtbag. What an absolute dirtbag. I love him.
He's immortal. Took him 3 years training with Karen to get the to get the thing.
Master Roshi's cool. I like Master Roshi. I like Krillin. I've like really come around on Krillin as I've gotten older.
Master Roshi can almost imitate what's it called? What's Goku's new power up? Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct.
And
yeah.
it's through sheer skill. Not even actual Ultra Instinct. It's just he's that good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, everyone in Dragon Ball rules. Speaking of more hype moments, can we talk about Tien Shinhan Kikyoing Cell? When you thought he is beyond relevancy, and you're like, oh...
I'm pretty sure we already went over this, but Cell Saga is the best, right?
I think Cell Saga is probably my favorite. I can't call it the best, because, like, I think there are issues in it. But
like what?
I think actually I don't know.
So I can't I
have to.
The Frieza is just too good of an arc.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I really like Frieza and Namek stuff. I think has so many more interesting character dynamics.
And even from just the theoretical level, that Toriyama said, no, the most evil, powerful despot in the universe is a real estate mogul.
Yeah, it makes total sense. There's
even on that level.
He's a landlord.
Yeah, like I think Cell Saga has the most hype moments in all of Dragon Ball Z, and they happen fairly frequently and regularly, where you're getting like the coolest thing that 13 to 15-year-old me has ever seen, and it just keeps happening.
Okay, so is Super Saiyan 2 a better scene than Super Saiyan 1?
Yes. Yes. I also think
Vegeta
going Super Saiyan is really cool. I like how he got there, and then I like how he immediately gets destroyed by 18.
But it's also like my other problem though is like Cell got beat way easier than Frieza.
Oh yeah.
Like Frieza, it took everything. Frieza got hit with a spirit bomb and got back up.
Frieza was a torso and was still going.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the Frieza is so petty that he's like, Goku was like, here, now go, like, save yourself. And Frieza's like, no.
Nah, fuck you.
And I'm sorry, where's Cell right now?
Oh,
Nowhere.
Who cares?
Who's the strongest in the universe right now?
Oh, it's Frieza.
Black Frieza.
Frieza's cool. Like the thing is, like, when I mean like hype, pure hype, or like I'm like, oh yeah, but there's so many cool things that happen in I would count Namek and Frieza saga. Like, I think my favorite parts of Dragon Ball is Namek pre Goku getting, or basically through the end of the Ginyu Force. Where it's like...
I think you've said that.
I
think this is on record.
It is on record.
Political maneuvering.
It's so cool. There's so many alliances and allegiances and having to stealth around because you can't just fight Frieza. Vegeta's also there.
I think what actually helps the Android Saga is it got looped way fewer times than the Namek Saga did.
Okay, that's true. Because there's the... it's also hard to tell with today's modern kids the pure disappointment you're getting when Goku starts fighting the Ginyu Force and then it just loops back to the farmer with Raditz.
And there's no warning, no nothing at all.
It's trucking along, and as a Shonen Jump thing, every episode ends on a cliffhanger, and you're gone for another 3 months.
And then it turned into the, like, preview for the Garlic Jr. Returns arc after it, and you're just like, am I gonna get to see it this time? Am I gonna get to see it? Nope. No. There's the farmer. There's his sweet truck.
The farmer.
But the voices changed halfway through.
Yeah, they do. But still, like, going as an adult who has not had, like, I think those memories do sour a bit, because I think the first Saiyan fight is really good. It's so nuanced, and it also, going into it post Dragon Ball, it's so bold. how they kill off a lot of the characters in Dragon Ball that you have been attached to.
Yeah, the
Like,
Z Warriors.
Your crew that you spend all the time in Dragon Ball, and at the end, it's like Goku's basically beaten to death, Krillin's hanging on, and Gohan, and that's it. The rest of them are gone.
On top of that, they've trained for what, like a year?
Oh yeah, and these are characters you've spent time with and you know, like they are the peak. They are the peak of their stuff, and they just get.
They've trained for a year. They come in, still can't touch these guys.
And Piccolo is a Goku equivalent.
Yeah.
So that's also concerned of like Piccolo couldn't do anything against Nappa.
Yep, the tension is so high. You're
and
like,
also, that's the moment that cinches Piccolo. That's where he gets in front of the beam. That's where he saves Goku's son.
Piccolo becoming a good guy is great.
No, it's not just that.
Where he saves his son.
Yeah, where he saves his son.
His son.
My two dads.
Yeah.
But like, it's also then Piccolo gets the whole arc where Kami's like, "Yep, it's time. You gotta absorb me, Piccolo."
That part. Also, let's talk about hype moments in the Sandroid and Cell saga where Piccolo has to go with Kami and fuse with him back, and Piccolo has kind of like redeemed himself enough that Kami accepts because he's like he's a good enough guy now.
Piccolo is a better protector of Earth than Kami is at that point, so he's like, "Nope, this is what we gotta do.
This is what we gotta do. We gotta do this, and then we gotta beat the shit out of Android 17." Which also, because of the power scale, as you see him beat up like Super Saiyan Vegeta, you're like, "Oh man, Piccolo is now the strongest character on Earth." It's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's the hype moments of the Android saga just keep hitting. They hit so much and so often. Not that, like, I think we've talked about this before many times, but like, I've grown more favorable towards Boo as I've gotten older as well.
Yeah, as you've actually matured and like, oh yes, violence isn't always the answer.
Yeah, like where I really like Mr. Satan and Boo and doing his stuff is so good. It is such a cool thing that to get the spirit bomb, it has to be Mr. Satan to tell everyone.
Put your hands in the air.
because
The Rock has to yell at everyone to give their energy.
Yeah, because no one knows who Vegeta or Goku is. But the scam champion of the world, everyone knows him.
Listen, I need your power.
And they all
put your hands in the air, but put your hands together. It's like
Hulk Hogan's asking you to give you his energy. Like, yeah, take it.
On a global broadcast, putting his hand up to his ear.
Yeah. That's why, like,
all right, brother, we need your spirit energy if we're going to defeat Boo.
It's so good.
Put your hands in the air.
I'm gonna drop the elbow on him, but I need you behind me.
I need the Hulkamaniacs behind me.
It's like, I love how Mystic Gohan just fails. I love how he fails, and he fails similar, like the same way he did against Cell, because that's just kind of who he's not a fighter. He's not a fighter.
He just gets too cocky with his energy.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I'm just gonna get pissed off, and I'm just gonna don't care.
Oh, sorry, Kevin. That is now called Ultimate Gohan.
Okay, whatever.
Oh yeah, Mystic.
You are going off
what's
of
the Beast
Gohan or whatever.
That's
Beast Gohan's the new one.
Yeah.
That's named it.
That's Gohan Blanco, excuse me.
But yeah, the Trunks and Goten have revealed that no, we just call it Ultimate Gohan because no one's ever named it.
Oh.
So that's its name now.
I love their naming stuff. That's great.
See, I am
my two
terminally 6th grade middle school poisoned and calling it Mystic Gohan. And I will probably always call it that.
Oh my god.
Okay, I've also talked about this before, but I can splurge. This is like the Dragon Ball Toriyama like retrospective.
Yeah.
how did you guys feel? Did you guys ever have the experience when you were in the cafeteria and one of your pals excitedly has brought in his binder and he opens up his binder to reveal the thing that the black and white image he has printed out from like GeoCities of Super Saiyan 4 Goku?
Oh,
And
okay.
he was just
Yeah,
like,
it was elementary school, and it was Dragon Ball AF.
yeah, okay, that's Super Saiyan 7 or whatever. And they're
Yeah.
showing it to you, and you're like, holy shit.
Okay, it wasn't a printout thing. I was like on the play. I was on the playground or something. No. I was walking to the community center, and my friend like runs up behind me. He's like, "Dude, did you hear about the new Super Saiyan form?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, 3. I saw it." He's like, "No. There's a new one, and he's red and he's all furry, like he's an ape." I'm like, "Shut up! That's not real. You're lying to me." He's like, "No, my brother got a VHS from Japan, and he showed it to me."
God, that feeling.
Went to saw that, blew my mind. Goku has a new Super Saiyan form where he's a golden ape, and then he turns into the red Super Saiyan 4.
I like
Also,
Super
what I
Saiyan
love
4.
is just
What a
how much
special time.
incorrect. It's how much of like, yeah, the golden ape is not Goku, but that children don't know.
Oh, they
They've
don't
never
know.
seen this.
Yeah.
I like Super Saiyan 4. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the image.
Yeah,
Drew.
there it is.
There it is.
Dragon Ball
God.
After Future AF.
That picture
There's-
and seeing that printed out on like on printer paper in the cafeteria, and just your mind was you're like, oh man.
And now you look at it, it's like, what
Blue
art
my
garbage is this?
Yeah, this is trash.
Yeah.
But
Now.
what I'm saying is that like that feeling, that beautiful feeling of innocence and wonder of seeing Super Saiyan 5 whatever Goku.
Yeah, whatever this is.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not whatever.
Super Saiyan 3 Broly. And being like, no way.
How much hair would he have?
I love that. There's something about seeing like edgelord super versions of like anime characters that just
scratches the
permanently
lizard brain.
Yeah,
Well,
because it's this, or then like people speculating Gear 5 for like the longest time, or like, oh man, here's what the new Naruto form would be, or here's what the new Ichigo form is going to be. Yeah. I love it. I love it so much. Yeah. There's something about it.
Well, that's part of it.
They're so bad and dumb at characters.
They're always
they're terrible. They're the worst.
It's always awful. It's like I just piled on more stuff.
Yeah, like look at Dragon Ball AF Goku. That looks terrible. He's wearing like a kilt and like armband. Like what is this? It's trash.
Oh my god.
It's trash.
The one thing I kind of like, but it's still wrong, is that like they did baboon coloring where they made him like reddish and his
I like
gray.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I like Super Saiyan 4 is I like that it's like the hybrid of the Uzaru and the Super Saiyan. It's kind of like bringing the elements together. I actually like that.
Oh, you know what else is good about Piccolo? Before he fights Biocell and he summons Shenlong, and it's like, what's your wish? It's like, I want you to unlock the rest of my potential. And Shenlong's like, yeah, there wasn't that much, so I threw in a little bit extra too for you. Take it easy. It's like Piccolo's just unlocked all of his potential on his own.
Yeah.
There's no.
There was it's also pointless. Like he's like, hey Dad, I know you wanted me to give you electric power. Here you go. Here's some more.
Yeah. I like
Thanks,
Big
Father.
Piccolo.
I love Big Piccolo.
I think it's
cool. Also
big.
But that's not even the form. The form is just Orange Piccolo, and then they're like, "Wait, Piccolo, remember in the World Tournament when you got big? Do that again."
I like it because I think Piccolo's Super Namekian or whatever transformation is cool because it's like kind of ugly. I like it.
Let's talk about how Gear 5 is just Piccolo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What else was I going to say? I was going to talk about something else in Dragon Ball.
Special beam cannon, the coolest attack ever.
My favorite
the coolest attacks that never get used.
My favorite attack is actually Yamcha's Spirit Orb. I think that thing is cool as hell. Like the ball that you're like doing the thing and you're moving it around.
Yeah, but then Krillin
That's
just
awesome.
does
I
it and
hope
does
you.
it better.
Well, Destructo Disc is great.
And also just Kamehamehas. Krillin does the same thing with
Yeah.
Kamehamehas.
So okay, thank you for this. Got my brain back on topic. Where a lot of things I criticize about power scaling and stuff, but with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, I'm like perfectly fine with just like transform and then shoot the laser. I'm like, nah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Like I do not accept that
That's
in
also
like
the problem.
other stuff. I will not accept it. If One Piece was just them shooting lasers at each other, I'd be like, get the fuck out. But
Yep. Nope.
but Dragon
It's
Ball, it's fine.
Yep. It's why Oda had to do bounties instead of power levels.
Yeah, I think power levels
He had
are
to-
a mistake. We're a huge mistake.
I don't, because again, as many a nerd said online, the whole point of introducing scouters and power levels was to introduce how inaccurate and faulty they are.
Yeah.
But everyone watching is a stupid child
Oh
or
yeah, you didn't
nerd.
know. Listen, when you were like 12, there are, even though I think Dragon Ball and stuff is for kids, there is subtlety and narrative things that are going on that did go over my head when I was like middle school pogging over Dragon Ball AF. Like
Like,
Yeah.
Kevin was not read enough to understand what the narrative device that the scouter was for. He just knew that like, yo, he had like 1 billion power.
it's a new man. I want that scouter. That's sick.
That's cool. I think the scouters are cool.
Is it? Did did in Hunter x Hunter like releasing like the fan books where they like will say characters' stats and rankings? They're like Netero beginning of the series like 5 4 4 5 5, like Netero Chimera Antark 5 5 5 5 5, and then they're like Miriam 6 6. It's just like
Yeah.
just like yeah, these numbers mean nothing. You do whatever you want with.
Yeah, who cares? But I like it. I still think Dragon Ball, I think it works.
It does. It's not even. I think it just. It does.
It
It does. It's
works.
one of the most influential things in the world. It still has reverberations into things you don't even think it has
Oh
reverberations
yeah.
into.
And we haven't even talked about like his stuff
So
like
beloved.
Dragon Quest and Chrono, like his Toriyama's
Oh,
video
yeah.
game work, which is astounding.
Like I just think about like, okay, Dragon Ball. The second Dragon Ball movie is one of the stepping stones that uh uh uh. Oh, crap! What's the
Oh,
director for
Mamoru
Ghost in the
Oshii.
Shell? Yeah, that's one of his stepping stones to getting established. And then he did Ghost in the Shell, and then that did The Matrix. And then how much has that wildly inspired? And people don't even know that. Yeah, that all's from Toriyama. That's all from this weird little Japanese guy.
I would even
Weird
dare
little.
say that if you've seen a good fight scene in a cartoon, that's because Dragon Ball was popular. I'm gonna go to that degree.
Yeah. So that means the only thing more influential than Dragon Ball is Popeye the Sailor Man.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the.
100%.
That's like saying
It's
that's
like
like
going
it's kind of
from
like
The
Dio
first
to
shonen.
Cars.
I was thinking there was a discussion where like what would shonen manga be without like Dragon Ball?
Yeah. It
And
would just, I guess, still be Fist of the North
yeah, like
Star.
Fist of the North Star, I was thinking like the fights in Fist of the North Star are not very good. It's also melodrama. It's more about like now Kinshoro's gonna punch the man and then have a melodramatic speech, but it's not about like the paneling and the choreography in Dragon Ball was what made it really good because the fights were very motion. I love you, Fist of the North Star, but your fights are two dudes standing at each other, and then one of them punches the other one really hard, and then the other one goes, "But I'm gonna do my secret technique and punch you even harder."
Yeah.
It's cool.
There's the, I mean, you might, It'd be a lot more Ghost Sweeper Makami.
See,
That's
I
what
think,
it-
but I also think JoJo would still exist.
Yeah, because
Weirdly,
JoJo's definitely a Fist of the North
Yeah,
Star. It's not a Dragon Ball.
no, it is not a Dragon
Yeah.
Ball. So you'd have like the comedy would be you'd have like some like Bleach would be way more Fist of the North Star, and then you'd have like would Naruto be a Ghost Sweeper Makami?
No, because
Oh.
it's still a Naruto's still just a Hunter x Hunter riff.
Well, what would Yusuke Urameshi be without?
I didn't see. I think Yusuke is he's more rooted, I think, in delinquent mangas.
Okay, yeah, no, go Yusuke. I always felt that post that Yusuke was like a riff on Kitaro because they both have like the spirit gun where Kitaro was like what if Kitaro was a street punk instead of like a child? Where he was going on ghost fighting adventures, but it was just a street punk who was like, fuck these ghosts, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth.
Yeah. So I think like Togashi, I think.
So
like,
Yusuke,
it's hard-
so what we're saying is that like
For sure, there would be like no beam blasts or anything happening.
I think One Piece would be
Any
very
manga.
different without Dragon Ball.
One Piece
Oh,
would, yeah.
One
Yeah, I
Piece
can't
would be
even fathom.
weird. I think
I
Hunter.
think One Piece would be more like his. I don't think there would be a One Piece.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
say
what I'm thinking.
it.
I don't know if One Piece would be there. I don't know about like Yu Yu Hakusho. I think would exist. I think Yu Yu Hakusho would be.
Yeah, I do. I think it'd be different. I don't think there'd be key blasts. I think it would just be fist fighting.
Yeah. So the key. What would it be? Stands though.
I don't know. I don't think it'd be stands either. I think it would just be
You think
fist
it'd just be-
fighting.
No, they just have like have energy around them or something.
Yeah.
No,
Punching,
like
but there'd
Fist
be
of the
no
North
ray
Star. The Fist of the North Star, where
Yeah.
you're karate key and you can do stuff, but you're not doing like.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
so much of Yu Yu Hakusho already is like fist fighting.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of key blasting happening.
So like the power, the spirit energy stuff would just not be there or be very low.
The final moment of the Toguro fight would just be Yusuke punching him really hard. I
Yeah,
guess.
he'd punch him in the gut and do some kind of like.
You wouldn't have that final shot from Yusuke.
He'd explode
Yeah,
for all
yeah.
that he did.
he basically would do a Kenshiro to Toguro. It'd be one of those hatatatas. That's what it would be.
And then Toguro tanks it.
Yeah, and then he explodes after like Genkai's
powerful.
energy
Yeah.
gets implanted in him, and then it like burst out.
There has to be something else where they're shooting energy beams, right? It can't just be.
feel
Well,
like
I
it
think
has
no,
to
they do. Fist of the North
Oh
Star
my
has
God.
like a fireball or two.
What would Street Fighter?
I was gonna say because Street Fighter,
Oh my gosh,
like,
yeah.
no, it would be because remember, like Street Fighter is subtle. Is also like they really like JoJo's.
It's also
Bizarre
JoJo's.
Adventure.
Yeah.
What's,
Yeah.
I think there'd be
what's
stands.
MDC going to look like?
There'd be
Yeah.
a lot more stand. Like Ryu would there'd be stands
but-
going on.
But no, they couldn't. You're like forgetting the limitations of the computers at the time. They couldn't have that many sprites on screen.
No, well, it wouldn't be like actual stand. Like he'd be like doing a ranged attack, but it would be like a ripple or like
It'd
shoot.
be like claw swipes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's insane.
Yeah, or like instead of throwing the fireball, like it would be like a rock that he charged up and threw
Yeah.
with ham on. But yeah, like
I feel like Gundam Wing would be a little bit different.
I think Gundam would not.
'Cause it-
No, Gundam would be the same.
No. Wing specifically because there's a lot of big energy blasts in it.
No, G Gundam specifically.
G Gundam would not exist.
yeah. Oh,
G
man.
Gundam would be gone. Actually, the tournament might be because the tournament of like the first Budokai was like revolutionary.
Mhm.
I really like the first Budokai. I am extremely pro that Krillin beat Bacterian, the stinky man, because he has no nose.
Yep.
I love that gag. I think it's great. I also love that Bacterian
that's
special
good.
attack as he gets his nasty ball smell, and he's like, ew. It's like, ugh. That's a maneuver.
Then it happened again in Super.
Yeah. I've also like I think Super as like a weird kind of epilogue is fine.
Super's
Yeah.
also better in the manga form than in the animated
Oh, way
form.
better.
I think I like Super better when it's not when it's literally just goofs with these characters instead of its arcs, because I don't think Super's arcs are very good, but when you're like, here's Goku riding the tractor, I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Here's Arale and Vegeta yucking it up. I'm like, that's a good episode.
Here's Trunks and Goten just going to school. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm all for this.
Here's Vegeta finally taking Trunks to the amusement park because he promised him.
Like he
Yeah.
promised.
See, that's I love it. Big fan.
Man,
And then you have
I
Jiren.
love every bit of it.
Everyone loves Jiren.
Whoa, he's so strong.
He's the
And
strongest.
a bit so big that Mexico nightclubs were promoting it.
That was the coolest thing about the Tournament of Power, was
Dude.
seeing those like images from South America when they were just watching it in the square.
Look, dog. Cartels have called ceasefires over Toriyama's death.
It's that House of Decline where he just had his shirt where he goes, "I'm wearing the universal language." It's just a picture of Goku.
Yep.
Goku?
Everyone knows.
Everyone loves Goku.
Dude,
I'm still upset that like
what?
the Macy's Day Parade is Super Saiyan Blue and not
Yeah.
I
Child
get it,
Goku.
but yeah.
It should be Child
yeah.
Goku on Nimbus.
It's also, I think, part of Dragon Ball Z's power is I will go with the Giant Bomb, Jeff Gershman, Dan Reichert, where they just watched Kai and really, really liked it. Like,
Yeah, the only problem is, and this happened like a couple of weeks after, maybe even after just the first episode was aired, and it was called like, what it's Dragon Ball, All Systems Goku, and someone's just like, why isn't this called the Spirit Bombcast?
ooh.
That's a
good.
way better name.
Yeah, it's like, yep.
But to me, that says the
Yep.
power where you have jaded men in their 40s or whatever, and then they watch this cartoon.
I wouldn't call Dan Riker jaded.
Well, I'm going to say Jeff Gershman. Jeff Gershman
Yeah.
getting way into
Yeah.
Dragon
Yeah.
Ball Z after giving it a chance is, to me, like one of the highest praises of its thing.
Mm-hmm.
I also like, it's also, I could say, well, Dan Reichert is a child, which makes sense.
Yeah.
He's in the Target demo.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, no, but it's great. That's, to me, it's like, it's really good. All right.
I feel like nearly everyone's the target demo for Dragon Ball.
If you're
Every
I'm gonna say
every dude.
if you are a guy and
Yes.
you like Dragon Ball, you're gonna like Dragon Ball Z. It's just a Dragon Ball. It's gonna resonate with you. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're gonna resonate with me. Now you don't have to be a guy to like Dragon Ball Z.
No.
But if you identify as male, then you will like Dragon Ball Z. That's just part of it. Or Dragon Ball. I say Dragon Ball Z because as a Dragon Ball Zoomer, that's what I think of first. I'm that guy. I can't deprogram myself.
Oh, so I do say Dragon Ball, but it's one of those of like, if you're talking about it here, they are two distinct properties in America, which is stupid but true.
It's hard. It's also, I can't unprogram me 20 years. Like formative when seeing Dragon Ball Z is such like a formative thing. I have said many times that like in 6th grade, like Pokemon ruined me, but Dragon Ball Z kept me from over the edge. It held me up. I was tipping over the edge, and Dragon Ball Z's like, no, you're staying.
Oh my god.
It's so good. Okay, I want
to power up in front of all these other kids.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Before we get in, did you guys have any OCs? Did you guys have any Dragon Ball Z OCs?
Nope, I never did. I mean, like, I remember pretending, but every time we played and pretended Dragon Ball Z,
That's okay.
we picked characters to pretend to be. We didn't,
Yeah.
not making OCs. It was like, oh, I'm Vegeta this time. No, I'm Vegeta this time.
Okay.
I just wanted to be Piccolo.
Okay, because I had my list of OCs. This is an ongoing project. This has been going on since I would say I was 16 years old. We've had many
You're
updates.
38 years old.
I'm 37 years old. Excuse you.
You're supposed to say yes. I factored that into my abilities.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my Saiyan OC crew. I'm going to end on this. They're a group of 4. And they were off world when Frieza blew up planet Vegeta, and their whole quest is basically trying to find some way to bring them all back. And their names are all after peppers. So we have Cayenne, who's the feisty girl, who's the leader. And her special power is she has like a half Uzaru transformation. So she can't go full Uzaru, but she goes half.
Oh my god, please tell me half of her tail is cut off.
No, she's just because she's like, it's one of those things where like in Saiyan society she was considered like a runt or like an outcast, but then through like using that power of being able to like kind of the trade-off, you couldn't turn into the big monkey, you only turn into like a little monkey, but you could do it at will, so it's that kind of thing.
I get it. It's your OC, so I'm gonna let you do you. But I gotta say, it feels
no. Comments away.
Toriyama.
This is part of it.
Yeah, I feel
If
it's
this
way more
Toriyama, if it was
Toriyama. That
like
she
a
has
half
of her
tail, or has a way shorter tail than everyone else.
Yeah, that's okay. No, this is fine. Like these are my when I'm saying OCs, there's cringe here, so keep going. All right, then we have Bell. Bell is the big smart guy. So our girl, I've gone back and forth, I'm not quite sure, but like Nampa sized and is physically the weak, like key wise, the weakest, but is like the smart person. And they're gentle and they fly the ship. So they're like the tech guy.
I feel like with Kale existing, he should, unless you want him to be the Universe 6 version of Kale. I mean, their names do rhyme.
Yeah. No, yeah, but they don't have good fighting power.
Also, do you like Bell or do you like Beru?
This is my English name, so that's Bell. Then we have
Those are English names.
Yeah. So then we have my boy Lapino, who's basically just Virgil. And I'm just listen. These are OCs. He's just saying Virgil.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to get power, but he's aloof and cool.
Isn't that Vegeta?
Yeah. Well, I've said that. Yes. I'm just saying. Listen, this is my OCs. You gotta accept the cringe.
Hold on. Let him cook.
That's fine. They're peppers, though. That's what.
They're peppers. And then the final character, who is the main character, is Nero. He got his tail cut off, so he doesn't have a tail. He's very gentle. He's like the most abnormally gentle and nice for a Saiyan. He's the healer of the group, so he has like the Dende hero healing powers. But
I'm sorry, what's a narrow pepper?
Habanero.
Habanero. Okay.
He's also
like
so it's Nero.
Wait, you don't name him Hobbs?
No, because one of the secrets that is revealed about Nero is that he is actually the entire time has been a Super Saiyan and doesn't want to flex because it would upset the group. So like he dyes his hair. He dyes his hair black and wears contacts and tries not to fight because he knows that if he showed up and was a Super Saiyan, the group dynamic would completely implode. And due to being, as far as they know, the last Saiyans, they cannot have that happen.
Okay, so I have to say I was fine with them until we got to Nero, and
That's okay. Listen, this is fine.
I can't with
real
Nero.
fancy energy coming off Nero.
Yeah, real Mary Sue.
I'm saying, this is my OCs. These are OCs. They have all the traits. There's a reason why I don't like draw or deal with these characters.
Why? Also, why are none of them called Cyrano?
I don't know. I'm not that creative. I just wanted to share, like, my cringe Dragon Ball OCs. Because, you know, the man is past. I had to.
There's no other time.
I have to air my laundry, and I have to say that yes, this is what happens. This is what has Toriyama done.
Yep.
And I thank him for it. The man's a genius, greatest that ever was.
Like, it's just hard to. You're making a Dragon Ball OC and not to be like, oh well, obviously they're Saiyan. Like, how is that not like?
Well, yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, my OCs have bad. Like, I'm not saying. Okay, I keep saying I'm not saying, and that's like.
No, you're right.
But it's like it's like yeah,
no,
it's cringy. That's what an OC is supposed to be. They're not supposed to be cool.
Well, yeah, they were.
Well, they were cool. Like
time happened.
Yeah. 20 something years ago, these characters were very cool, but now they are not.
If Kevin had thrown that up on a blog site, people would be like, "Yo, that's awesome." Dude.
Yeah.
I love those characters.
And even now, as my OC developing, it's like, yeah, I guess if I'm doing OC, it's either a Saiyan or a prototype android. And they're like, wait, that's just Android 16.
There you go.
Dude, that's already taken.
Yeah.
Saiyans are cool. You get transformations.
Yeah. Mine would literally be just an Namekian crew, or there's some weird Saiyan scientist that was mixing Saiyan DNA with other alien species to create the ultimate warrior.
Yeah. So what you're saying is baby but good.
No.
Yeah. No, it's just good Cell. Cell but a good. No, but this is the beauty is that you can feel it. Like, even just talking about it, you can kind of feel that urge. That urge that all children that see Dragon Ball Z go, yeah, I can make my own guy.
I feel like the only thing to do is you have to look at Dragon Quest and be like, okay, I'm gonna riff on one of these characters, and that's gonna be my Dragon Ball OC.
Oh no, here's the true Dragon Ball OC. Just play Dragon Ball Heroes.
There you go. Make your own.
There you go. Make your own OC.
Oh, I'd make a Boo.
Play Xenoverse.
1000% I would make a Boo. Boos are cool.
Anyway, Boos are cool.
We're gonna end. Later days, everyone.
Later days. Play some Dragon Ball. Play some Dragon Quest.
Yeah. Toriyama.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger.
Hey, La.
The man.
Het Shala.
Hey, Shala.
Something. Sparking.
Dragon. Rock the Dragon.
Yeah, Rock the Dragon. Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
The end.